since you have been through this physical exertion too, right? So you just come away from all of that, walk out here, walk up the stairs, it's everything.
As soon as everybody's back in, we're ready. Speak.
17, okay, take 5.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Police action.
He's with me, officer.
The first days of shooting, we started in the mayor's mansion. And it was one of these things that was really exciting, but it was also very scary because how does a masked man with a cape walk into a crime scene, and how do you make that feel real? And so these first days, they were really about figuring out how Batman sounded, how he moved, how he looked, how the other characters related to him.
Thumb was severed. Killer may have taken it as a trophy.
He was alive when it was cut off. Ecchymosis.
Matt was very, very clear saying he wanted to make this a detective story, that right from the beginning. And so you think, okay, so he's the greatest detective in the world. What makes a good detective? You're basically someone who just is exceptionally observant. There's an element of being sort of like a savant or a witch doctor or something. You just have heightened senses.
We actually went over in these first few days because we were just trying to figure out what does this Batman movie feel like, and shooting this scene was really, really challenging and ultimately set the tone of the whole movie.
What's great about the series is that it's very much in the eye of the beholder. The storytelling has evolved, since 1939 to today, in what Matt's done and what the Batman series has evolved into is not so much kind of a black and white good versus evil idea, but something a little bit more nuanced.
Let's play a game, just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
And in this case, allowing us to go back to the origins of the Batman, which is DC, it's Detective Comics.
I wanted to lean hard into the noir side of the Batman and make him the world's greatest detective, because that's what he started as, right? And, the Bob Kane, Bill Finger stories, they were really noir stories, and he was a detective, and he was solving crimes.
There was something about doing it as a noir. I mean, even though Batman's always kind of a noir, but, it's never just fully committing to that world.
I came up with the idea of having the character that he was interacting with, the case that he was involved with, being a new iteration of the Riddler. A character who was killing pillars of the society, but in the wake of these murders, he's revealing at the crime scenes through ciphers and puzzles the history of corruption in Gotham. And for me, what was important was that that case eventually starts to lead into Bruce Wayne, and the story would become very personal. And really, through the course of this story, he'd be challenged to become a better Batman.
Greg, you all set, mate?
Yes, mate.
Good. Roll camera, please.
Okay, so staring at us. Okay, then he goes off to your right.
Matt wrote a really good script, and I remember reading it the first time, and, page 10, 20, going, gosh, this is good. It's tight, it's solid, it's really well conceived, it's unexpected. This person, this writer, this director is driving at something.
I was rooted by it. It's dark, it's weighty. There's an incredible depth to it, an incredible sense of loneliness and isolation. I thought Matt did an amazing, amazing job on creating the script and on creating the world and the sense of danger.
This has kind of a youthful film noir element to it, which I don't think you've seen in the other ones. Between Zoe and the Riddler and Robert, everybody's got their dirty laundry. It just depends what you do with it.
You owe it to the fans to go ambitiously as deep as possible. Matt is a very specific, thorough filmmaker. He's an incredible writer. Everything is about character, emotion, and theme, and everything is built out from there.
What's so wonderful about this world is the exploration of the gray area. And I really think that's why this film is different than any other Batman we've seen before.
It's about sleuthing. It's about thinking through the clues. And again, just takes us back to the core of what Batman is and what Gordon is. They're detectives.